Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I didn't plan out what I was gonna say.
Baby, don't you know all the little things gon' come and go. Baby, just gotta make up your mind that every little thing's gonna be alright.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming a Q&A. So quite a while back I asked you guys for some questions and I just haven't got round to filming it yet. I asked about 3-ish weeks ago I think. And I just never got around to filming it. I feel like I've been quite like up and down recently, and also my screen on my camera is falling off, so I can't like see myself right now. Usually it has like a flip up screen, but because it's falling off, every time the screen flips up it won't stay in place, and all I can see is an upside down screen, which isn't great for filming sit down videos. So I have no idea if I'm like in shot or anything, no idea if I'm in focus, so this might be quite a strange video. I do have like a mirror sat behind my camera so I can kind of see myself, but I do have to kind of do that to be able to see. So I do hope that it's all okay. I can't afford to buy a new camera. I really want a GoPro because GoPros just look so much better for vlogging, just like the built-in stabilization, and they're just a lot smaller, so they're a lot easier to carry around and everything. So if you would like to donate to the Get Zoe GoPro fund, then feel free. But yeah, anyways, on to the Q&A. I always forget to say this in my videos too, but if you are new here, then hi, my name is Zoe. I am like 200 people, well, to be fair, less than that. I'm like 170 people away from 2,000 subscribers, which just blows my mind. So if you would like to be part of the family and subscribe, then the subscribe button is down below. So I asked you guys for some questions on Instagram, and I also did a YouTube video asking as well. And I got quite a few actually. I got way more than I was expecting. I haven't done one in ages. So I feel like one is very overdue. Okay, so the first question is from Steve Ashcroft, and he says, when we next going to see each other, hope you and Josh are keeping well. If you don't know who Josh is, he is my boyfriend, and I have no idea when we're going to see each other. I know that Steve invited me and Josh to Alton Towers, but we couldn't make that, so I don't know, maybe we should do some like plane spotting together as like a four, maybe like a double date maybe. To be honest, I don't really fancy going to Towers that often, just because I'm so disappointed with Towers this year. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. I might do a mukbang very soon, just because I have so much that I want to talk about. So yeah, Towers doesn't really appeal to me at the moment. I don't know, Blackpool maybe, Thorpe, wherever, I don't really mind. Out About UK asks, would you ever do any more abroad theme parks, and if so, which ones? So again, I do want to do this as like a separate video. So I kind of did one last year I think, just doing a video basically saying like where I want to go this year and like all of my trip plans and stuff. I would love to go abroad again this year. I am so fed up of UK theme parks, and I know that sounds like so negative and like, you know, so wrong I guess, but when you like visit the same places like all the time and like nothing really new changes and you're on the same ride like all the time, it just gets kind of boring. And I hate how UK theme parks are run as well. The operations, especially this year, I don't know what it is about this year, but the operations at our UK parks are just appalling. And I'll say that about like anywhere. I don't think any UK park has like world-class operations, where if you go to like abroad theme parks, you will see a massive difference. I didn't realise how good abroad theme parks were until I went to some myself. I've been to Phantasialand, Portaventura and Energylandia, and all three of those parks have blown me away. The theming is just better, the rides are better, the operations are top notch. Honestly, get yourself to abroad theme parks because you can actually find them for like really cheap, and you can get them for like really good deals. And they're just so much better than UK theme parks. Michael Bethwaite, I think that's how you say it. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so I'm really sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. But he says, can you do some videos in Scarborough, Luna Park and walk please? I don't really have any intentions on going to Scarborough just yet. I do want to go to Scarborough because I really want to go to their sea life, because apparently you can walk the penguins, and I love penguins so much, so I definitely want to go. The only problem is Scarborough is so far away from where I live, so if I went I would have to make it worth it. I don't really know like what else is around Scarborough. I have no idea what the Luna Park and walk is. Not sure if there's any theme parks around there or anything, or just any tourist kind of stuff, attractions, apart from the sea life. So I'll definitely look into it, but Scarborough is quite far away and I think it's very expensive to get to. Elam Adventures, now this is Josh, my boyfriend. If you would like to subscribe to him, he's very close to 500 subscribers. If you want to subscribe to him, the link is always in my description box. And he says, what's your bucket list roller coaster? And then on a later comment he says, we know it's BeReal-sweetenerzo. And you know what, Josh, that is actually very true. I really want to get on BeReal-sweetenerzo in Orlando. Orlando is just like a bucket list place for me. Like I've always wanted to go. And BeReal-sweetenerzo looks insane. I love my launch coasters, I love my tall coasters, love my fast coasters, and BeReal-sweetenerzo just seems to have it all, and it just looks absolutely incredible. It looks like a very me coaster, and a coaster that I would really enjoy. So definitely BeReal-sweetenerzo is one of my bucket list coasters. Also Iron Gwazi too. I love RMCs. After riding Zadra was a bucket list coaster, and I still can't believe to this day that I have like ticked it off and I've actually like been to Energylandia. It's like my favourite place on this planet. But yeah, Iron Gwazi, another bucket list coaster for me. I think there's a few others as well, but I think those two are like the main ones that I really want to get on. Theme Park Awesome says, what's your bucket list goal for 2023? Now I did do a video where I did this like vision board, so a few of my goals are on there. I think my main goal this year is to just travel, and I know it sounds so corny and people say it all the time, but like genuinely just like be happy, because I go through like stages where I feel like so down and like really stressed about like money and like loneliness and stuff. You know, like they kind of stress me out a little bit and they do get me down sometimes. So I just really want to find like that true happiness like in myself, and I just want to travel. Like all I want to do is go abroad, because it's just so much better than the UK. And I want to try all of the abroad Mackies. I love McDonald's so much, so I really want to try like all of the abroad ones. I've tried German Mackies and I've tried Spanish Mackies. German Mackies definitely wins, but the Spanish one isn't too bad too. I haven't tried the Polish one yet though, but I'm definitely going to try it next time I go to Poland. But yeah, I think just travel and just be happy. Because I don't have many friends, like at all. I don't know, people just like don't want to be friends with me, and I think about it all the time. It's on my mind like 24/7. Like I don't know what I'm doing that's so wrong that people don't want to be friends with me. I think it's just one of those things, but yeah, it kind of gets to me a little bit. But I'm so thankful that I have my family, I have Josh, my boyfriend. God knows where I'll be without Josh, honest to God. He has saved me so many times and he still continues to do so these days. So yeah, just to put it briefly, travel and be happy. Another question from Josh. I know he's asked quite a few questions. The next one is, what's your favourite roller coaster element? Now, that is a tricky question for me because I don't know about like many elements and stuff. I just kind of look at an inversion and I think, yeah, that's a good inversion, I really like that. I don't really know the names of like all of them. I'm not like too much of a geek where I can look at an inversion and name it. I know a few, but like most of the time I'll just look at a roller coaster and I will not know the names of like any of the inversions or anything. But my favourite roller coaster element, I do like launches on roller coasters. If they're like snappy, quick, fast, forceful launches, I do really like those. My favourite inversion, oh my god, the one on Zadra. What's the one on Zadra? There's this bit on Zadra and you're upside down for honestly like 3 seconds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but during the actual like time, you're upside down for so long. Have no idea what it's called. If I have like an off-ride shot of it, I will put it in, or like a photo or something, but I loved that so much. Another question from Josh, who says, what makes you feel immersed into a theme park attraction? The first thing that just popped to my head is Rookborough, or Rookburg, I don't know how you say it, in Phantasialand. The like fly area is insane, and I saw like photos, I saw videos before I went for myself, but you don't realise how like immersed you are into that area until you are there in person. I feel like cameras and like photos and stuff, they just do not do it justice at all. You really do need to go and experience it for yourself. I just love how you go underneath this tunnel and then it's like you're in a completely different theme park and like you're in a completely different world. Like honestly, it is so crazy. And just anything like that really. I feel like we don't really have anything like that in the UK. Another reason why abroad theme parks are so much better. But yeah, I think what actually makes me feel immersed, I think, is just heavy theming. I don't feel like you need to have too many rides. Like the only ride in Rookborough is Fly, and it still feels and looks amazing. So I think just having a ride just completely surrounding the area and going around you and stuff, like that's a really good way of feeling immersed. Noki Kicks or Six, don't know how you say it, says, any more inflatable theme parks planned or any plans for bouncy castle inflatable themed content? I don't know why, but my trampoline park vlogs and inflatable park vlogs do so well, and I have no idea why. Like I was not expecting that at all. But I do definitely want to go back to more. We have 2 in Derby where I live. We have like a proper trampoline park, and then we have the inflatable park too. I don't think I'm allowed to film at the trampoline park. I think I've tried before and they said that I'm not allowed to film. And at the inflatable theme park, I do already have a vlog out of that, but that is like a few years old now, so I definitely do want to go back. And I think I need permission to film because they actually invited me there themselves, like the company did. And they gave me free admission, which has never happened to me before, and that was the most like bizarre thing ever. I'm so grateful for that moment and like that day. Like it was such a fun day. But yeah, I'm not sure whether I was allowed to film just because like I was invited, or yeah, I'm not sure what the kind of filming rules are, whether I just turned up for a day and then maybe asked if I could film and they would let me. I'm not sure, definitely need to look into it. But yeah, I really do want to go back to some inflatable theme parks. We also went to one in Lincoln because that is where Josh lives, and we both filmed a vlog, but they've been taken down because of copyright. You've always got like pop music playing at these places, so you're bound to get copyrighted. And usually if I get copyrighted, it's not that much of a big deal because you get copyrighted and then nothing really comes of it. But on this one, we got copyrighted so bad that our videos got took down, and I didn't even notice until Josh pointed it out. He was just like scrolling through his channel and he realised his vlog wasn't there, and then I checked mine and mine wasn't there either, and I went into my YouTube studio. It got took down for copyright, so that was a shame because I actually really liked that vlog. But yeah, I do definitely want to go to more. Sam Howard asks, what's the best shop in Wakey? And I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what Wakey is. Is it a place? Is it a shop? Well, I said what's the best shop in Wakey, so I assume it's a place, but I have no idea what Wakey is, so I'm truly sorry, but I can't answer your question. Alice.hbc. Now, she is my absolute best friend. I'm so sad because she lives in America, and God knows when we're going to get to see each other. I really hope it's soon. But yeah, she's like my best friend in the entire world. I love her to bits. And she says, hey bestie, if you were to come to the US, what's 3 things you'd look forward to? First thing I would look forward to is meeting you, because we speak 24/7, we speak all the time, we play games on our Nintendo Switch all the time, and we just have like such a good friendship. Like, we can tell each other absolutely anything. I'm just so glad that like she came into my life, because if it wasn't for her I wouldn't have a best friend, and I didn't have a best friend for like a very long time. And then she came along, and I thought at first, because it was just like an online friendship, I thought, oh, this isn't gonna last, like we'll speak for like 3 days and that'll be it, because most of the time, like if I meet someone online, that is what happens. But this has turned into like a really beautiful and loving friendship, and I really can't wait for the day that we can actually meet each other. But yeah, the first thing I would look forward to is meeting you. The second thing is going to your theme parks. American theme parks look insane. Iron Gwazi is there, BeReal-sweetenerzo is there, or the Six Flags parks are there, Orlando, Disney. So many places that I would love to visit in America. Cedar Point is another one. Yeah, there's just so many, and the operations just look way better. So yeah, I would definitely love to visit the theme parks there. And the third thing, probably like the merchandise or the food. Maybe the food, because your food looks so much better than ours, and your portions look absolutely massive, which is quite cool though, because I feel like if I didn't finish it, I could probably like leave some leftovers for like later on in the day. Another question from Josh. He says, does pineapple belong on pizza? 100% yes. I will only eat pizza if it's ham and pineapple or margarita. I actually don't like any other pizza, but I love pizza. Like, I love ham and pineapple pizza so much. I'm like craving a Pizza Hut, but I can't get myself one because I am needing to save up for all of the abroad trips and things that I have coming up. But yeah, I'm craving pizza so bad. I don't understand why people say that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Like, it's been a thing for like years and years, and then all of a sudden it's become this like online trend. Like, I don't really understand it, to be honest, but yeah, pineapple does definitely belong on pizza, and it always has done. Josh also says Samurai or Maelstrom. This one is super easy for me. I prefer Samurai. Samurai is my favourite flat ride in the UK. I adore it so much. I actually can't believe that I started off hating it and now I love it. I feel like it's definitely one of those rides where you have to give it a few goes to actually get used to it. I feel like if I didn't like it on my second go, I probably wouldn't like do it again, and I would know for sure that I didn't like it. But I'm very glad that I gave it another chance, gave it another go, and I love it so much. I don't really like Maelstrom that much anymore. It makes me feel like really sick and like really dizzy, which is weird because Samurai is definitely a lot more thrilling. Darren Herring says, have you ever visited Disney Florida? If not, do you plan to do so? And like I've said before, 100% would love to go. I've never been, didn't go as like a kid or anything, which I'm kind of glad of, to be honest, because if I went when I was like 3 or 4 years old, I wouldn't be able to remember it. Whereas I want to go and like fully enjoy it, get like the full experience. And yeah, to be fair, me and Josh are trying to plan it. It's just finding out like when's the cheapest times to go, because it is so expensive to get to, and also park tickets are super expensive too, and then it's like buying drinks and food out there and stuff. Like, the whole thing is just so expensive. So, but I think we are looking at doing it next year. I think we might like put a deposit down on a like Orlando holiday this year and then actually go on it next year. So fingers crossed that we can actually do that. But yeah, Disney Florida is like my absolute dream place to go. Another question from Josh, he says, theming or layout? Oh, that is interesting. Josh, you've asked some very good questions here. Theming or layout? I'm actually not sure. Probably layout. Just because I feel like the theming doesn't actually affect like the ride experience in a way. Like I feel like Taron is not as heavily themed as Fly, but because the layout on Taron is so good, it still makes it like a really good coaster. Another question from Michael, he says, can you do more videos on Blackpool Pleasure Beach? I don't visit Blackpool Pleasure Beach as much as I used to. I know if my OGs are still here, they will know that I used to absolutely love Blackpool. I used to go all the time, and I don't know, I just feel like I've kind of grown out of it a little bit, and I feel like the park has really been like run to the ground, to be honest. Again, it's kind of a topic that's like very touchy. I feel like it's quite controversial. I don't want to like upset anybody, but I could definitely do a full video on like why I don't visit Pleasure Beach as much as I used to. I don't even have like a season pass for it anymore. I'll probably go like once or twice a year. So yeah, I'll either talk about that in like a mukbang or just do it as a separate video. But we do, however, have a trip planned to Pleasure Beach. I've forgotten the date. It's within the next like few weeks. So we are going within like the next 2 weeks, I want to say. But that'll probably be like the only time until, don't know, September, October maybe. Doublewood says favourite roller coaster, and my favourite roller coaster is Zardra at Energylandia. I was not expecting to come off Zardra and it being my #1 coaster, but I love that thing so much. I honestly see the hype, like it's so good, it's so thrilling. Love all of the elements on there. I love how long it is, I love how tall it is. I love how you're only strapped in with like a tiny little lap bar. Like it makes it so much thrilling. So much more thrilling than if you were to have like really big kind of like over the shoulder restraints. And the drop on there is insane. One of the steepest drops I have ever done. And yeah, Zardra is just exquisite. Josh says, what's your bucket list flat ride? I haven't actually looked into this. I don't really look at like the flat rides when I kind of like look at abroad parks and stuff. So to be honest, I'm not really sure. There is this one ride, I can't remember what the park is called. I think it's like Summerland or something, and it's in, oh god, you're like really testing me now. Hang on, let me like Google it. Yeah, Summerland in Denmark. There is a flat ride there. I think it's at that park anyway. Or is it somewhere else? I can't remember, but there's this flat ride somewhere. And it's like Maelstrom, but you only have lap bars, and you almost like go upside down. Like that looks so scary and so insane. I think I would actually like be terrified to go on it, but like I 100% would want to do it. So yeah, probably that. And there's also a few flat rides at Energylandia that I didn't get on last time we went. I really want to go on the drop tower. They have a ride like Maelstrom too, so I really want to go on that. Another question from Sam, he says, would you rather have 100 duck-sized elephants or 1 elephant-sized duck? That is the weirdest question I have ever been asked. I'm not sure, to be honest. I do like ducks. I think they're very cute, but then I also think elephants are quite cute as well. I feel like 1 elephant-sized duck would probably be better, just because you wouldn't have like so many animals in like one space. It's, to be honest, I don't really think about it much, to be honest. It's not really something I've ever thought about, so. But then I'm thinking 100 duck-sized elephants would be really cute, because they would be like tiny little elephants, but I don't know, that's such a weird question. Christine says, do you enjoy going to Pleasure Beach? Are you excited for the new Valhalla ride? What theme parks have you worked at? Where do you work now full time? Wow, that is a lot of questions. Okay, so the first one, do you enjoy going to Pleasure Beach? Not as much as I used to. Again, I'm going to talk about it in a separate video, but I just feel like it's not as good as it used to be. I feel like Amanda Thompson just isn't the right person to run a theme park, well, an amusement park. I feel like she spends too much time focusing on hot ice instead of like the actual rides and stuff. Half the time she doesn't even know what's going on. And I know that sounds really harsh and I'll upset a load of Pleasure Beach fanboys there, but I just don't think she's the right person to run a park. Are you excited for Valhalla? Not really, to be honest. I don't really like the idea of like getting completely soaked and then having to like travel home for about 3 hours. It doesn't really appeal to me, and I just think with how long that's been delayed, like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I feel like it should be fully open now, like not just in technical rehearsals. What theme parks have you worked at? Again, I really want to do this as a separate video. I have worked at Gulliver's Kingdom, Alton Towers and Drayton Manor. My worst theme park I've worked at is Drayton Manor. I would absolutely not step foot in that place ever again to like work there. Absolutely hated it. It's just the worst place I've ever worked, just in general, to be honest, not even just theme parks. Like, it's just the worst place I've ever worked. Just like from my personal experience, I would not go back at all. The best one I've worked at was Gulliver's Kingdom. I loved my time there. It was great. Definitely learnt so much from my few years that I did there. And then Alton Towers wasn't great, wasn't like, you know, the worst, kind of in the middle. Where do you work now full-time? So I don't have a full-time job at the moment. I am an exam invigilator. I am just waiting to get my start date. I should be starting in the next few days, which is really exciting. But that is like a 0-hour contract, which I kind of like because I can just kind of pick and choose the days that I want, and then I can like travel at the same time, so it still gives me a chance to earn money and then travel. Hello.
Oh, how's it going?
It's alright. Cutie.
Can I ask any questions on this one?
Yeah, you're slow.
Look at that. Does someone else actually expand?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Buy me a GoPro.
If it gets 1k views.
My Q&As never get 1k.
It gets 1k views. 43 likes. Yeah, we were for them.
Oh. Well, that's never gonna happen. Another question from Theme Park Awesome. He says, which theme park events are you planning to do in 2023? Done or never done? So I haven't really got any like planned. Our trips are very spontaneous. We will literally decide like the night before that we want to go to a theme park tomorrow. So our trips are very spontaneous sometimes. The only event I have done this year is Festival of Thrills at Alton Towers, and I did not rate it at all. I just don't think it's a very good event. I feel like they've really like ruined what could have been a really good event. And I know it's the Smiler takeover, but I feel like they've just done it so cheap and it just doesn't work. I feel like last year's was way better. So yeah, I'm sure we'll do some of the events. We always do the Halloween events like Scarefest, Fright Nights, all of that. But I'm not really sure what else there is to do. Or why did I pause so much? Drew Wadsworth asks, Hazo, what's your favourite or least favourite ride to operate? Will you go on Valhalla now that it's back? If you were to create a VR ride, what would be the theme, music and visuals of the ride? Thank you for your question, Drew. Drew has honestly been my like biggest fan since day one. He has watched like every single one of my videos. He comments on every single one, and he is definitely an OG. So like, thank you so much, Drew. Like, I appreciate you. My favourite ride to operate is probably Troublesome Trucks at Drayton Manor. Now, I hated being in Thomasland. However, Troublesome Trucks is quite a fun roller coaster to operate. It is quite difficult, like you do have to get the hang of it, and it takes quite a bit of training to like get used to it and everything. and you can go quite wrong with it. But it is quite fun, and I like the fact that it's challenging, like it adds a little bit more to the job. The only thing I didn't like about that is on busy days you are guaranteed to get abuse from customers because their children are too small, or they've been waiting for ages because the throughput isn't very good. I've had some very bad experiences on that ride, but in terms of like actually operating it, it's a good ride to operate. And my least favourite ride, I almost dropped my phone, my least favourite ride is Sodor Cars. Again at Drayton Manor. That is the worst ride I've ever been put on. It was my first ride that they trained me on there, and I hated every single second of it. It's just so boring. You literally just press 2 buttons like all day, and it's the most boring thing ever. Will you go on Valhalla? I probably will go on it, but not necessarily wanting to go on it. I don't like the fact that you have to like take your phone on it as well. Like if I do go on it and like I'm vlogging that day, I'll have my camera, I'll have my phone, have like my card and stuff. Like I don't want to get them wet and damaged. So I will probably go on it, but I'm not looking forward to it. If I was to create a VR ride, that's very interesting. I would probably create a VR ride all about gaming, because I love gaming. It's like my favourite hobby, and I also love going to theme parks. So I feel like theme parks and gaming, put them together, it's great. So the theme would be games. The music, I would probably get like, you know, like the classic like Nintendo Wii music. I'll probably have that like playing in it, and I'll probably make it like, I don't know, it's a VR though, isn't it? So, you know what, I have no idea. I literally have no creativity at all, so this is like the worst question that you could have asked me. I definitely really want a ride about gaming, and like going through all like the classic kind of consoles and games that there are and stuff. I just think that would be quite cool, but I have no creativity, so I'm not very good at answering questions like that. And the final question is from Lona, I think that's how you say it. And they say, what European theme parks do you want to visit most? I really want to visit Europa Park. I've wanted to go there for so many years, so I definitely want to go there. I really want to go to Gardaland in Italy. I would love to go to Italy. It looks like a beautiful country, and it's the home of pizza. And I love pizza, so I definitely need to go to Italy. I want to go to Movie Land. Movie Land in Italy looks so insane. Like the rides there look crazy, so I definitely want to go there. There is a Movie Land in Germany, but I haven't seen that much about it. I really need to like watch a vlog on it. But yeah, I definitely want to go to the Italy one. I want to go to Parc Asterix. I want to go to Disneyland Paris, and hopefully I'll be getting to a few of these this year, fingers crossed. To be honest, I'll just go anywhere. Like if you say, oh hey, like do you want to go to Plopsaland? I'll be like, yeah sure, let's go. Or like, do you want to go to Energylandia? Yeah, let's go. I will go anywhere. So there we go. Thank you guys so much for asking me some questions. I honestly appreciate it so much, and I really enjoy doing it. I definitely need to do more of these in the future. I'm sorry if I ever went like out of focus or out of shot at any time, or like the angle might be a bit weird. I cannot see a thing and I hate it so much. My mirror wasn't really the best idea because I literally just can't see anything. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. I would really love to get to 2,000 subscribers. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you guys next time for a brand new video. Bye.
We're gonna be alright, 'cause ain't nobody like me.